Preschool for All has been this tremendous community effort to bring quality early learning experiences to all children in our community. And so it was a dream, knowing how important early childhood is for children to succeed in life, knowing that all children should have access to quality childcare and recognizing that there are huge gaps in who actually does. Preschool for All was a community-wide effort to try to rectify that problem, and it was community-based organizations and community leaders coming together to say we can do better for our region.
I think the success that we had in passing Preschool for All can be directly tied back to the way that we created the Preschool for All policy. The task force itself was about 20-25 people that was supported by work of different subcommittees who were really subject matter experts. And they were in the areas of program and policy for preschool, infrastructure, workforce, there was finance and administration. And all of the discussions that we had, all of the kind of decisions that we made, all of those were also heard about and influenced by the Parent Accountability Councils.
When I also think about Preschool for All, I think about parent voice and the importance of parent voice and why parent voice has been the center and has made such a difference in how things played out. It's not often heard of parents having a voice when it comes to making decisions like this or creating a process like this. Normally the parents don't have that. They don't have that opportunity to sit at the table. As a parent leader, I've been there since the beginning. My voice mattered. So it wasn't just I showed up and I gave a couple of ideas and those ideas went to the ceiling and nowhere else. Those ideas that I brought to the table each time were implemented in some form or fashion in the decisions of Preschool for All. And that has been huge.
It's about really giving space and supporting families to say, you're at the heart of what your children and your community needs. Like, create a vision that those of us who either don't have kids or those of us who want to be most supportive of community, give us something that we can champion with you.
In a ideal world, that would be my career, teaching preschool. I love teaching preschool. But even though it's so critical to our society, it's just really not treated as a career job. And that has some serious consequences where the pay isn't adequate, the healthcare benefits usually aren't adequate. It's extremely hard work, it's super grueling, you don't get many breaks.
You know, one of the components of Preschool for All that is so important is that we're building a system that supports kids, but we're also building a system that supports workers, both those in the field with the salary. When we started out this work, the average pay for a preschool classroom teacher in Multnomah County was about $12 to $13 an hour. So we knew we had to have a salary that was at least equal to what a public school kindergarten teacher would be making, and so that's a floor. And for those classroom assistants, we also wanted to make sure that they would have a living wage as well. And so those are things that are built into the Preschool for All program.
So Preschool for All in Multnomah County, it's a big win for our families, our communities of color. It's a big win for our policymakers who are able to partner closely with parents to develop a really important initiative in our county that's going to transform the lives of kids for generations to come. It's a process I'm so proud to be a part of because we were able to center racial equity all the way through, which it's really hard to add race equity issues back into a policy measure. But when you can design it from the start with that at the heart, you end up with something that really is transformative and powerful. And that's what we were able to do here.
So for me as a mother, I know firsthand how hard it is to make choices between paying for preschool and paying for food, paying for rent. The affordability crisis in our community for preschool is outrageous, and I think if anything, this past year has made visible to the world what was known to mothers, what was known to communities of color and families in our community forever, and that is that the lack of access, the lack of affordability, and the lack of appropriateness of our early childhood options has devastated children and families.
So that's why I say Preschool for All is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for communities to rise, but also for communities and parents and teachers and organizers to come together to make this opportunity for parents to be successful.
I think the city of Portland believes in its children, and I think that was a foundational belief of this group, that we could make it happen, and knew that the timing was now.
Preschool for All is a program that has the potential to finally treat workers with the dignity and respect that they deserve.
Preschool for All is racial equity.
Preschool for All is a promise that we made to our children, and it's a promise we kept.